What comes to mind when you hear the word Africa? Is it poverty, war, famine, or perhaps safaris? What about pyramids, ancient civilizations, and home to some of the world's most iconic landmarks? Do you know that Africa is home to 54 countries? It's a vast continent with 1.4 billion people spread across 30 million kilometers squared. With over 2,000 native languages, Africa is often referred to as the cradle of humanity. And this is the first episode in a series dedicated to unpacking all that you need to know about the motherland. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's get into it. Africa is a huge continent, and as such there are bound to be lots of misconceptions about it. In fact, many people don't realize that it's a continent made up of different regions, countries, people. For instance, did you know that Morocco speaks French? That Senegal and Nigeria speak English? Or did you know that Egyptians read from right to left? If you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time to do so. We've got a lot to unpack in this series. In the next few minutes, we'll cover some of the things that put Africa on the map and touch on some of the subjects that will be covered in detail in subsequent episodes. Let's start with a bit of history. Did you know that Egypt is considered the oldest civilization in the world? According to UNESCO, Egyptian civilization dates back to 3100 BC with the emergence of the first dynasty. Over the next 3 millennia, it was home to some of the world's most influential empires, including the Kingdom of Kush and the Songhai. Next up is the Sahara Desert, which marks the northern part of Africa. This is the largest hot desert in the world, covering an area of nearly 9 million square kilometers. Now we're moving south. Here we have the Sahelian region. This region has the lowest population density in Africa, with only around 60 people per square kilometer. We arrive at the Sudanian savanna. This region is known for its grasslands and tropical climate, and is home to some of Africa's largest cities, including Abuja, Nigeria's capital, and Yamoussoukro. Now let's move on to the rainforest. This region is covered by the world's second largest rainforest, after the Amazon. This rainforest is home to half of the world's primates and plays a vital role in regulating the global climate. As we move east, these areas are characterized by tropical climates and are home to some of the continent's largest cities, including Lagos, Nigeria's largest city, and Kinshasa, the Democratic Republic of the Congo. Moving south, we arrive at the Great Rift Valley. This is a series of contiguous geographic trenches, fault lines, and volcanoes that run from Djibouti all the way to Malawi. The valley is home to some of Africa's most iconic landmarks, including the Great Lakes and Mount Kilimanjaro, Africa's highest peak. Further east, we find the Ethiopian highlands. This region is home to some of the world's oldest churches and monasteries. It's also the source of the Blue Nile, and finally, we have the Kalahari and Namib. These deserts are home to unique wildlife, including the famous meerkats, and are popular tourist destinations. So as you can see, Africa is a land of diversity. It's home to a wide range of climates, geographies, and cultures. And this diversity is what makes Africa such a fascinating continent. Each region has its own unique attractions and contributes to the continent's. So if you've always wanted to learn more about Africa, then you're in the right place. We hope that this series will give you a better understanding of this amazing continent. Africa is home to some of the world's most iconic landmarks, including the pyramids of Giza, the Serengeti National Park, and Victoria Falls. Let's take a closer look at these. First, the pyramids of Giza. These are the oldest and only remaining wonder of the ancient world. They were built as tombs for the Egyptian pharaohs and are truly a testament to the engineering skills of the ancient Egyptians. Further south, we find the Victoria Falls. These falls are located on the Zambezi River and are one of the largest waterfalls in the world. The falls are surrounded by lush vegetation and provide a habitat for a variety of wildlife, including elephants, giraffes, and crocodile. Finally, we have the Serengeti National Park. This park is home to a variety of wildlife, including lions, elephants, and zebras. It's also home to the annual Great Migration, which sees millions of wildebeest and zebra migrate across the plains. These are just a few of the many amazing landmarks that can be found in Africa. Whether you're interested in history, culture, nature, or adventure, Africa has something for everyone. Did you know that Africa is home to some of the world's busiest and fastest growing economies? Yes, Africa has one of the youngest populations in the world, with over 60% of its population under the age of 25. This has led to rapid urbanization and economic growth in many African cities. In fact, Africa's urban population is projected to double by 2050. On one hand, there's a growing middle class and increased economic activity. On the other hand, there's the need to provide housing, infrastructure, and services to a rapidly growing population. Despite these challenges, Africa's economic growth is expected to continue in the coming years. Countries like Ethiopia, Kenya, Rwanda, and Tanzania are some of the fastest growing economies in the world. In fact, Ethiopia has seen an average GDP growth of over 10% in the past decade. But it's not just the economies that are growing. Africa's tech scene is also booming. In recent years, African tech startups have raised billions of dollars in funding and are providing innovative solutions to some of the continent's biggest challenges. From fintech companies to e-commerce platforms, African entrepreneurs are using technology to drive economic growth and improve the lives of their customers. In fact, South Africa is home. But despite this progress, there's still a lot of work to be done. Many African countries face challenges such as corruption, inequality, and lack of access to basic services. However, with a young and growing population, let's talk about the people of Africa. Africa is home to a wide range of ethnic groups and cultures, each with its own unique traditions and customs. It's a continent full of warmth and hospitality. When you visit an African country, you'll likely be greeted with a smile and a warm welcome by the locals. No matter where you go, you'll find that Africans are incredibly proud of their heritage. One of the best ways to experience the culture of Africa is through its music. African music is known for its vibrant rhythms and infectious beats. Whether you're listening to traditional music or modern hits, you're sure to get caught up in the energy and excitement. Another great way to experience the culture of Africa is through its food. African cuisine is known for its bold flavors and use of spices. Each country has its own specialties, but some of the most popular dishes include jollof rice, fufu, and of course, if you're interested in learning more about the people of Africa, hit that subscribe button for more eye-opening stories and insights. Then we encourage you to travel to the continent and experience it for yourself. You won't regret it. So what are you waiting for? Start exploring Africa today. Learn about its history, culture, and people. And who knows, you might just discover your new Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. We hope you've learned something new and exciting about Africa. If you've never been to the continent, we hope we've inspired you to start planning your trip. And if you're a local, we hope you're feeling even more connected